Today I'm going to tell you all about the solar system. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. Earth. Jupiter. Jupiter has the most moons. Saturn. Saturn has rings. Uranus. Uranus is the coldest planet. Sirius. Sirius is the smallest planet in the dwarf planets. Pluto. Pluto's the biggest planet in there.
The dwarf planet?
It's the dwarf planet.
Mm-hmm.
And Eris. Eris has more mass than Pluto. Finally, Neptune. Neptune is the most coldest planet in the solar system. It's the hottest planet in the whole solar system. But the sun is even hotter. The sun is a giant star. The Earth is our home. The moon is its only moon. Half of the sun, some of the sun makes half of the Earth.
Light?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
light. And over here it's dark. So over here it's night. Over here it's morning. Today I'm going to tell you all about land rovers. We have sent land rovers on a planet, Mars. There's all kinds of land rovers like this one. And that one is kind of weird. It's like it can fly. And this one's kind of look like a spaceship. Okay, so there's rocky things on there, and this one has a laser that breaks them. This one has some solar panels on it.
What is our solar system? Our solar system is like all the planets and sun and all the dwarf planets.
That's what I said.
And so there's a lot of stuff. Now I'm going to tell you all the planets and a few facts. So we have the sun, the biggest, well, it's actually a very small sun, but a very small star. Here's Mercury. It's the closest to the sun, but it isn't the hottest, but it does change temperature the most out of all of our planets. Over there. And Venus, it's the hottest planet. And now we have Earth, where we live on. I'm not going to talk all about Earth because I know a lot of stuff about it. And it's the only planet that we know that has water on it. Well, now we're on Mars. We have the asteroid belt, which is full of rocks. And like a very long time ago, that's how like the whole solar system was made by all these rocks hitting each other. But you know why they're not making another planet? It's because of Jupiter's gravitational pull. So they aren't going together.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Now we have Jupiter, the biggest planet, also my favorite. And also it has this big storm on it that has been going on for a very, very long time. Now we have Saturn. It's the second biggest planet, and it has these very big and nice ring around it. The first four that I talked about, those are the rocky planets. These ones are big gas giants. And Saturn has these nice rings. Yeah. Oh, and it's made up of all these like asteroids, really. There's all these rocks and they like form this ring, but they're like not all connected. There's like these big gaps, but from afar it just looks like there's a big ring. Uranus spins on its side. It does have rings like Saturn, but they aren't as big. But still has the second biggest rings. Yeah, Neptune is a gas planet like Jupiter and Saturn and Uranus. The gas planets are all much bigger than the rocky planets in our solar system. Then there's Ceres, Makemake, Haumea, Ares, Pluto. And also asteroids can come into Earth and become all burned up. And then they become small like this big. Something like that. And yeah, there's a few facts about our solar system.
I'm gonna talk about the International Space Station, a space toilet, space probes, and space satellites. So this right here is the ISS. It looks really big, but all the spaces that you can actually go in are really small. But there's just a lot of space, and it floats above Earth at 230 miles above Earth. And there's 6 people that live on board at a time. The first crew that went on the ISS, they arrived in 2000. So how they get there is they just have a small space shuttle that's just small enough to take them up there. And then once they get up there, they can do all sorts of cool things in a bunch of different kinds of labs, like study what kinds of plants can grow in space. And also, sometimes they go on spacewalks, but they're called spacewalks, but they don't actually walk. It's when they go outside of the space station to fix stuff, like if something is broken. And they have lots of radios and dishes so they can send signals to Earth. And the solar panels can get energy from the sun, so they don't have to run on fuel. They can just use the sun's power. And this is a space toilet. There's some handles so the astronaut can hold on to it and not float away. And the air sucks waste through this tube. And this is the seat. Urine is cleaned. Once they're done going to the bathroom, the urine, it gets cleaned and then it goes into their drinking water. So Okay, now I'm going to talk about satellites and space probes. This is a satellite. It's like the ISS because the ISS is a satellite, but it's not as big. And it doesn't carry people. See, it's similar because it has solar panels and then a main body part, and it does have antennae and dishes and a camera and stuff. So some satellites orbit around the Earth and take pictures and do stuff like the weather, and also they help if there's a hurricane or something, the satellites will see it and then they'll alert the people who are on Earth, and so they can evacuate the area. And this is the Hubble Space Telescope. The whole thing is a camera. So it can look. So
A telescope, you mean?
It's a big telescope.
Mhm.
And basically it just looks, the bottom part faces Earth and it looks into space, so it can look at stuff like if stars are exploding or something. Cool stuff like that. And this is a space probe. They're kind of like satellites, but they don't orbit the Earth. They go out and visit other planets. So this space probe right here is the Voyager, and it's heading towards Neptune. When it was at Neptune, it was in 1989. So, but there's a ton of different space probes, and some of them are so far that we've lost contact with them. So we don't even know how far they are. And this is a satellite called COBE. And I took this picture right here. It's a temperature map of the entire universe. So this took a picture that was really, really big of the entire universe to see it's a temperature picture, so the pink parts I think are hotter. So I think the pink parts are parts where there's like more stars and stuff. And this satellite right here is called the SOHO satellite, and it looks at the atmosphere of the sun. So it can also be used to find out about solar wind.
Then we talk about aliens. So aliens are like humans that people may think are out in our solar system or somewhere out in our galaxy or the universe. But like people who send out spaceships and they have Voyagers, and Voyagers carry discs that have images on them, have pictures and sounds, so the aliens know what we look like and what we sound like that.
If they ever found the probe.
Yeah. On Europa, it's a moon that's one of Jupiter's moons. The top of it is icy, so under it could be an ocean. In the ocean there could be fish or other kinds of microbodies that could live in the water, potentially.